Welcome to week 5 of Reverse It. Super happy to have you here and excited for this week. Some people are like, hey, it's all about food, it's all about exercise and fiber and just hit it. And I think a well rounded approach helps us to help it be lasting and a lifestyle and not just a diet quick fix thing. So, week 5 is actually about relationships and social health. And it is awesome because there's great data behind this. That individuals, there's even some data that teens that spend less time on social media have less anxiety and depression. There's data and science to show that individuals that have better relationships actually sometimes have a better relationship with food and make better food choices. And if you want just a case in point, think about it, right? Sometimes when we're lonely or sad, what do we turn to as a friend when we don't have someone around us? Food. And is it like, yeah, broccoli and asparagus? No, it's it's the salty, sugary, fatty foods because it comforts us. It helps us feel safe. And I will just say, if that's what you have and you want to use it, go for it. It's okay. This week, as we talk in week 5, we're going to learn a couple strategies to implement to learn to turn to other things and have them available to us so that we can be able to have other options and not have it kind of like a guilty thing. It's just like other things that are options. So excited to be with you this next week and learn. And so we're, obviously study page, whatever page it is on week 5 about relationships and social health. And then there's an activity you get to do where you build and you identify your support team. Who's your medical support? Who's your emotional support? Who's your practical support, educational support? And if you want to add more, go for it. Who is it you can turn to or like to turn to for these areas? And that's helpful to identify so that when you have needs, you can go to them. And I think it's so cool. It's like having these options of going to people. For me, that provides a lot of like comfort, and I feel like lifted up with that. A lot of symbolic. It's symbolic there. Next thing is there is a strategy with exercise, with going to sleep, with I can do a little riddle. What is same with all of these? Exercise, going out to eat, or eating with friends, and what is it? Going to bed and all those things. The similarity is usually to do it perfect, like everyone else has to get out. You know what I'm saying? Me as a husband, it's like trying to go to bed on time. My son comes in, hey, daddy, I feel sick. Or you're out eating with friends and one of your best friends actually brings, certain foods. And you're like, oh man, like, I hope our friendship isn't based on if I eat this. But you know what I'm saying? Like each one of these lifestyle elements of reversing insulin resistance has a social element to it. So this week, one of the other activities are ways to phrase something so that others can almost help you along your journey. So like you can even just tell them, right? Like I'm working to reverse my insulin resistance or diabetes through eating more whole foods and more plants. And so I'd love if you want to look on this menu with me, help me find something that might be more plants. Or, I hope you understand if I only have a little bit of your ribs, I'm super excited to try them. I would love to probably eat that whole plate, but I'm really committed to this and I'm excited to just try it. And then and then you want to go play cornhole or pickleball or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's with study activity number 2 is ways to kind of talk about your journey and allowing people to help you. And if they don't help you, that's fine, right? You can't control them, but it's just this practicing and allowing others to learn what journey you're on. Next is study activity number 3, and the technology's impact on your health. And there is an invitation this week to do a social media fast. And it's up to you if you want to do that. But that's something that sometimes helps where you kind of sift through I think of it like, when you're in when you were in McDonald's, or even think of like kids, those balls that are like in a thick pit and you're like trying to climb out. There's also a book on social media I think it's called The Anxious Generation. Forgive me for not knowing the author off the top of my head. But that is their cover, is this teenager on social media, on a device with those balls all around them. And I just think of social media sometimes where it's like you're trying to claw out of all these balls because everyone's like yelling at you, hey, top 3 strategies. Hey, if you want to get blah, 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 do this. And you're like, blah, like, get away from me. That's how I feel sometimes. But it's like, so anyway, we're not going to talk more about that. So a social media fast sometimes can get you out of that pit and you can like connect with somebody and focus on like eye contact. You may even do this at night and realize, whoa, I've been on my phone at night. Hi, daughter. Like, how are you? How was your day? Tell me about what brought you joy today. Tell me what like stunk about today. I want to go for a walk and I'm excited for you. That happens sometimes when you take a social media fast, is you're out of that pit and you can like really connect with somebody. So if you're in to do a social media fast, comment yes below. If you're in our group, comment yes, I'm in, but stay in our group chat so we can stay involved there. So anyway, that's it. You got the references, and if you can't do a fast and digital break, list a couple other activities you can do. Maybe you say, you know what, from 7 p.m. till I go to sleep, I'm not going to be on social media. And that may allow you to connect. Hey, during mealtime, I'm not going to have my phone at mealtime. You can do a couple of these other things to really make sure you keep your social media in check and just focus on relationships. So I am a fan of relationships. That is like a high priority for me in life. I love people, love connecting with them, learning what motivates them, inspires them. And I'm excited for you this week to learn how to connect even better with others. And if you have any comments, any ideas of ways you like to connect with other people, comment below. I'd love to hear, because that is what makes the world go round. Love and people and relationships and growth together. So have a good one.